So as you might notice, Max isn't with us today. It's it was a shock to us all when it happened, but we know that he would actually want us to be doing this, even if he's not, with us. I don't want to get into like too much of the details of what happened after the accident, but it's just better to keep his family in mind, and we're actually going to be putting a GoFundMe link below. It's just the right thing to do.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do. Hey, what's up, guys? Max unfortunately passed away. Came to LA.
We had a good run.
We had a really good run. We were super excited. Couldn't hang, and unfortunately, he's dead.
The biggest stars burn the shortest, isn't that right?
Yeah, he was burning the candle at both ends.
Why don't you crate him?
A lot of kratom.
That's interesting.
So he felt great when he died, but sometimes in life you die, and that's what happened to Max.
Yeah. This one, this podcast goes out to Max's hot mom.
Yeah, shout out to all of Max's relatives and to all of his followers. He was really close to 10K, and now we have to. I don't know about you. I'm gonna unfollow.
Yeah, I gotta unfollow.
I have a ratio to protect.
No ghost follows.
No ghost follows.
No.
Would you get haunted by somebody if they died and you unfollowed them?
Maybe we should write a movie.
Wait, do you think Max would haunt us, or is he going to?
I think he'd more be like, he's like not really haunting, because it'd be more like he'd be like cheering us on.
Dude, he wouldn't be haunting us. He'd be Hanukkahing us.
Hanukkahing?
Yeah.
Because he's Jewish.
Yo, a Jewish ghost would be mad scary.
Why?
Because it's just like there's like Old Testament stuff in there. It's like vengeful.
A lot of anger.
Vengeful spirit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah. So frankly, I don't want a Jewish ghost to haunt me. I probably won't unfollow Max now that I think about it.
We can do an experiment. I'll do it. I'll unfollow him, and you don't unfollow. And we'll see who has the better life.
Yeah, we'll track it.
Yo, did you guys really start this without me in here?
Oh man, it was.
Hey.
Oh fuck, bro.
I flew out here. And you guys are gonna start this shit before
I didn't know where you were.
I went to go take a shit, dude.
It was a long time.
Yeah, dude, that was the longest shit anyone's ever.
I got
taken
bored.
in their life.
Wow. Well, at least we have an intro now.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, guys, I'm here.
Hey,
we're here.
We're all actually out here.
We are out here. Episode 7 of Tiny Baby Men is now on video and SoundCloud and iTunes. If you're listening to this,
yeah,
that's a pretty exciting thing.
Yeah, that's fucking sick. It's sick.
The people will say we have faces for radio.
Yeah.
Hey, now people will be able to tell the difference between us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Zane, Lil Arab, at Sweaty Harry.
It's me, Jim, at Your Village Idiot, by far the most charming.
Max, at Never Hit Puberty.
Yo, Max with the new at and the new Abby. A lot of stylish shit happening. Hey, move out to LA, they'll switch up on you. I'll be honest.
I'm just saying, I changed my profile picture and thought nothing of it.
Yeah.
Our buddy Zane over here.
Every single time.
He has identity crises every time he changes.
Hey man, I got some skeletons in my closet, and I don't know if no one knows it. I'm gonna expose it. Let's take it back to '73. Really platinum selling CD.
Oh my god!
I don't know, dude.
That's
almost in a rap.
It's Eminem.
Almost in a rap.
Oh yeah.
Kamikaze album of the year.
Yeah. Hey, shout out. Yeah.
So yeah, we've been in LA they've been in LA for a while.
Yeah.
I have been here for about 2.5 days now.
How's the sunshine treating you, buddy?
What I was saying to you guys, I think yesterday, was I went on like a huge tea break, like a tolerance break from like dopamine and serotonin.
Yeah.
So I just jumped right back into it without thinking, and that shit's hitting.
It's
dude.
hitting, dude.
Like I'm enjoying myself. I don't know how to act. It's fucked up. I don't even know, dude.
My brain hasn't been at 100%. Well, my brain hasn't been at 100% for like probably 10 years, but the last 2 days I've been at like 30%.
It's pretty sick
because of the things we've been doing, and it feels fantastic.
Yeah,
it feels fantastic.
We've had some exciting times and a few awkward times.
Oh yeah.
We were.
What do you guys mean?
Well, we went to Ralph's. That's what they call grocery stores out here. They're called Ralph's, and we were buying some beer before we went out.
So stupid.
Had a good time.
Yeah.
And you know, Zane was a nice guy, and he was like, "I got this." So naturally, he's the one who went to check out and had to interact with the cashier.
We both had to watch this happen.
We were right there, man.
It was like watching. It's like one of those things where you just like watch your dad like fuck it, like when they like talk to a waiter or something, and you're just like, oh, you just can't say that,
bro. So,
but that's how you just talk to everyone. I've found.
Yeah, I get that from my dad. Like he's that guy he calls waiters like my brother, or like that kind of shit.
Thanks.
So that's where I call people boss or like chief.
I say thanks, boss, which is it's not great, but
I do boss, bro. Chief is very rare. That's like I have to have a full mustache to do that.
Yeah, no, chief is no good.
But if you have the stash, I feel like you could sell it.
Oh,
yeah.
I used to say chief and boss all the time.
But let's get back to what
he did
say.
Yeah, he tried to sidetrack. He didn't.
He tried to distract.
Hey, it's called a filibuster, bro.
It was.
So we're at the checkout at Ralph's. So Zane, we were going to a party where it's like everyone's bringing something. Like some people brought food, whatever. We brought a 30 rack of beer, and then we also had a little more beer next to it. So it was like clear that we were getting stuff for a party. And the cashier says, "Hello, how are you?" Like a normal person. And this motherfucker
looks her
dead in the eye, not doing a bit, which is the craziest part.
Yeah.
He just goes, "About to be a whole lot better." Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
It's ridiculous.
And the thing is that after he said it, I looked at him to see if he was gonna give me the look like, yeah, I did that on purpose.
He's like, dink.
Bro,
No.
he didn't even realize that he did something like that until we brought it up after. That's just who he is.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
It was bad, man.
I mean, it made me laugh, but I just like watched the person checking out just be like, okay.
Yeah, like, she didn't engage at all. It was just this nice, like, older woman, and she was just like, your total is this.
Yeah. I kept joking and be like, he was like, so if you want to hang out later, here's my number. Like it felt like very much like forced, the whole thing.
Yeah, and
oh wait, what time are you getting off? Okay, I'll be outside.
Yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait.
I'll wait a couple hours. That sounds good.
And then, since Zane is just not good at taking L's, we called him out for this, and instead of trying to say like, "Oh, you guys got me," he tells us another story of a similar interaction.
Arguably a way better one. Probably. It's more of an actual catastrophe. This one,
probably the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, why don't you take the reins on this one?
All right, I'll tell this story. So, I was trying to save face and give my boy something to laugh at.
No, paint the picture.
Let me paint the picture of the story. So, I was gonna go to Jim's place.
Yeah.
And before I came, I wanted to be hospitable and grab some beer and espresso for myself.
Such a nice guy, honestly.
So I went to Trader Joe's. Yeah. And I'm ready to party that night, so I had my Wu-Tang shirt on.
And your sunglasses on.
And my sunglasses on.
That's
and
key.
I was a little high. And I am walking into Trader Joe's, and there's a security guard outside the door. And he looks at me, and he looks at my shirt. And he's like recognizes Wu-Tang, obviously, and so he's like, "Oh, like Wu-Tang, like cool." And so I was like,
"Let us know." know.
Yeah.
Just say it.
The first thing that came to my mind is the thing that I said. And I didn't stop moving. As I'm walking into the store, I just said, trouble's coming. And I just kept walking into the store.
And guess what? No response on that one either.
Trouble's coming.
You got the sunglasses on.
Dude,
I had a physical, I'm so glad the security guard was outside, because as soon as I walked in, I just had a physical reaction on my face. Just such a pain.
At least you knew what you did was bad
I
that
just
time.
immediately was just like, I said trouble's coming.
No, see, this is the part of the story I don't believe. I believe that you said trouble's coming and walked past this guy like, fucking nailed that shit.
For like a half a second, I was like, yeah, I nailed that shit. And then as reality sunk in on me, I was very embarrassed.
It's what's really funny to me is like when reality should have set in for you. It should have been just like one of those moments where you just go, and then walked out and like punish yourself.
Yeah.
You should have punished yourself.
I should have, honestly, it's a pretty busy street outside of Trader Joe's. I should have just like handed someone my car keys and then walked into traffic.
You know, sometimes I'd just be sitting in traffic without a car.
So that was an experience for me. But like that's just like that's how I talk to people. Like I watched my dad do that growing up, and then my entire childhood was like basically just watching TV in like different like weird positions. You know what I mean?
Zane's like my life is a movie.
Zane's like my life a talk show. My life a sitcom.
That's what I'm saying. Like
He's always trying to get these quips off.
I know. That's
like
the
he's
problem.
fucking Spider-Man. He's like, gotcha.
No, for real. Like I watched so many stupid sitcoms growing up that I just like was poisoned by like cute, snappy dialogue. And so that's always the first shit that comes to my mind. That's why I can't have a conversation with them.
See, here's the thing that like trouble's coming is not something you say about yourself.
Exactly.
Like that's something like if you walked in and if he said it to you,
That would be cool.
that would have been cool.
Really
But you're
cool.
like, that's like you saying like, you think trouble's coming? Like, trouble's coming. What do you think? Like,
It's like also like he's wearing a Wu-Tang shirt, which like does not make you hard. Like,
No,
like
not at
so
all.
it's like one thing he's like
Not at
I
all.
understand, but you established the narrative that because you're wearing this Wu-Tang shirt, you will fuck someone.
yeah, you're like trouble's coming. I got a Wu-Tang shirt on.
Well, and he was.
I have a mustache and a Wu-Tang shirt.
He
Let's
was
get
a
fucked.
security guard. So I was like basically telling the security
Threatening.
Yeah, I was like threatening a security guard, you know?
He's like, yeah, cool shirt, and he goes, I will fuck you up.
I will fight. You know, he would have kicked my ass. He was like 12 feet tall. He could fucking dunk me.
On the topic of Zane's Wu-Tang shirt, Zane has 3 shirts. He has the Wu-Tang shirt, he has the Backstreet
Yeah,
Boys
because we've
shirt.
mentioned the Wu-Tang shirt before because you got yelled at by the homeless guy because you're wearing that Wu-Tang
I
shirt.
got yelled at by the homeless guy the day after Trouble's coming.
You need to stop wearing
Yeah, I
that
need to start
shirt.
wearing that shirt, yeah.
So I'm assuming you just never took it off. You just wore it straight into the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I woke up at Jim's place.
Yeah.
And I got yelled at by that dude after hanging out at Jim's place.
Yeah, I understand that. This is my 3rd day in LA, and I just took my first shower, so I'm not gonna shit on
Dude,
you.
I get crusty when I'm with my boys. Like that's.
I showered every day.
We were at his place though.
Yeah, that's
I
first
offered the
thing.
shower.
Well, yeah. What do
I said I had clean towels.
I left my striped shirt there.
I had clean clothes. I
Just
can
no
just
big
put
deal.
those on.
Do you want that back?
You can wear it.
It smells like you.
Yeah. Oh, that's really sweet. I got one of Max's shirts. That's something we should do. We should all change clothes.
It would,
I got an
Not
Max's
this
shirt.
shirt.
You got my shirt.
I wouldn't fit in Jim's clothes. Me and Zane could wear shirt.
Shit.
You can give me the Six Flags shirt. That would fit me.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, no, yeah, he likes that shirt. Yeah, that's
Great
good.
shirt.
You can't ask for his like currently coolest shirt.
You know what
Yeah.
I got yesterday? He's like, can I have it?
Yeah.
And he just got it. It was hilarious. All right,
I
so
like that he was about to throw that shirt in the trash.
yeah, he was walking. He was just like, and it wasn't even like open. It was still air sealed.
Yeah.
So we were at Jim's place.
Yeah.
And his roommate was about to throw
Yeah.
away this really fucking cool shirt.
Because he just didn't want it.
Yeah. And he's like, "You want it?" I was like, yeah, of course.
No, he was putting it into the trash can. I was like, what is that? And he goes, I don't want this shirt.
That's a normal thing to do.
I was like, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Man.
You guys want to do some questions?
Yeah, let's continue giving out advice to the good people of the Tiny Baby Man fandom.
Okay. You're putting the sunglasses on already?
I got it. I mean, for the advice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stone cold.
That's
what you put on the glasses and he's like, I'm stone.
All right, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna record 2 versions of the podcast. One with me with sunglasses on, one with sunglasses off, and then we'll do like a choose your own adventure thing.
Like a VR porn?
Yeah.
I choose sunglasses.
Well, it's for them to decide. Also, if you have your fleshlight attachment, you're gonna want to attach it within the next 3 seconds or so. Like a 3D movie.
That'd be cool. What?
You guys want to do questions?
Oh yeah. yeah. Let's help the big people out.
Okay. First question. This one comes from user @almondtears. It's spelled exactly how it sounds.
Almond Tears, shout out.
Almond Tears. He says, "Hello, tiny baby man. How do I find meaning in my life in my mid-20s? And also, what's your favorite strain of mid? Thanks." 2 good questions. 2 good questions.
Hey Max, you're a very self-fulfilled person.
Okay.
Yeah. Max is somebody like who is just very clearly at peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no like resentment or bitterness at all inside your soul.
Yo, Max is so centered that like Quentin Tarantino like saw him and was like, yo, that shit's centered.
What is that?
I don't know what that
It's like
means.
all his shots. Oh, Wes Anderson's what I meant.
Oh, bad reference.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say Quentin Tarantino. I was like trying to piece it together in my mind.
Zane, that was abysmal.
Do you want to hear what my mind like went through, like the hoops it jumped through, trying to make that make any sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought you were like going to see like he saw Max and saw how centered he was that he stopped making his movie so violent.
Yeah.
You know, that would make sense.
Quentin Tarantino saw Max and saw how peaceful he was.
He was like,
I'm never writing the N-word again.
Yeah. He's like, I'm finally going to do it. I'm going to stop writing the N-word. Even though he loves doing it so much.
Quentin Tarantino goes like and has a bad day and like a bad experience at Starbucks, and he immediately writes a script with the N-word in it 1,000 times, and he doesn't even make a movie.
No, he doesn't do it.
That's how he makes all his movies.
No, what I'm saying is like these are just scraps.
No, yeah, it's like a sealed envelope kind of thing.
Yeah. He literally burns them after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them are too problematic, even for the silver screen.
That dude really likes feet.
He does really like feet, and everybody knows it.
I mean, feet's cool now, though. Liking feet is in.
It's cool now.
I don't think
people have known that about Quentin Tarantino for like 15 years.
Yeah.
It wasn't cool, and also he's like weird.
I don't even know if it's like necessarily like cool as much as it is like accepted.
Yeah, like paraphilia is like okay now.
I don't know. It's
You're
not.
about to say I like a pair of digits.
I
like some piggies.
I like feet.
Oh, you like feet?
You do?
Not like that, but like I think I can look at like a foot and be like, that's a nice foot.
Isn't it?
I never knew this.
I look at a foot and I go, that gets me where I'm going.
Yo, there's a lot going on.
It's a vehicle.
I'm like, it's getting the job done. I'm not, but there's nothing to where I'm like,
nothing sexy about it.
no.
I don't know.
I mean, if somebody had really abysmal feet, and like there's certain people who may be listening who do, that would like maybe be a turn off in some circumstances.
Yeah,
but like having good feet is not a turn on for me.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's.
Out is nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think I would say that I'm into it, but I can definitely appreciate a pretty pair of feet.
You see the appeal.
That seems into it.
Yeah.
But it's not okay. You know what? I'm into feet. So let's get back to this question.
Oh yeah.
Almond tears. Let's start with the first one. How do I find meaning in my life in my mid-20s? Well, it's crazy you say that because I'm 25 years old, which is definition of.
I'm the baby of the podcast.
The baby.
I'm 22 years old.
And that's around the time she walked away from you. When you're 23.
Pretty good. You have a good voice.
Thanks, dude.
You're whistling all the time. I noticed that.
Yeah, I have a musicality to me.
You do.
It's kind of sort of.
Maybe you should look into that.
Yeah, I'm aware.
You got a microphone.
This is mid-20s fulfillment. You're looking at it right here, right now.
All right, here's what you need to do to find your meaning in life in your mid-20s. You need to leave whatever city you're in, start a podcast with your homies, buy buy hummus. What is the rest of the shit?
Start some kind of salsa company.
You live in a warehouse with 13 other dudes.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Not bad advice.
It doesn't sound bad if the salsa company is successful.
Wait, okay, let's.
or at least you said you tried something, which is something that not a lot of people can say they did. That's the big thing. I think honestly, moving from where you grew up is like the biggest step.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so before we fully dive into this question and unpack it, like, do any of us feel like we found our meaning in life?
I'm having a good time.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm having a good time. I don't think of like. I'm not like, if I died tomorrow, I'd be like,
So that's some things to do.
So I have some things to do.
But you can, you can find your meaning in life and still feel unfulfilled because you haven't necessarily achieved what you think.
I think my meaning is just to not be a bad person and have fun.
So I think,
Lame ass answer.
maybe I'm wrong, but I feel
Entertain
like
myself. That's honestly all I care about is entertain myself, and I happen to do that.
He jerks off a lot.
I think the question is more like, how many times should I jerk off? You know,
How much is too much?
I would say
More than once. That's why I
more
say
than once a day is too much. Probably.
you shouldn't be jerking off at all.
Huh?
I would say.
Oh. I was like, wait.
Okay, so
What do you mean?
So upset.
I would say that if it ever starts interfering in your life in any meaningful
It
way,
interfered with my life last week with you.
Yeah, so like I'm at a point where
I think so.
it was a while ago. It was like 2-3 weeks ago.
Time is
Immaterial. That's the answer. That's a real answer to the question. Time is immaterial. The fact that you're in your mid-20s.
live it while you got it, baby.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
You know, do I jerk off too much? Absolutely. But the frequency is not the issue. It's just sometimes I let it get in the way of my life. Like it like sidetracks me for like a few hours because I'm just being
so crazy.
You know.
I don't think any of us have the answer to this question, Dalmanteers, and
I think just.
Well, here's the thing. We're on a happy course right now because we found each other and we're happy about that.
Yeah.
So it's like follow a certain model where it's like I think
You're not gonna find a job where you're like, this was it.
yeah.
It's always gonna be the people you surround yourself with.
yeah, that's true.
That's sweet.
That's
Find
true.
good people. Build a good support network. Like do something that just makes you feel like
Accepted.
solid at the end
Yeah.
of the day, and just move from there. But I don't think there should be this like daily expectation that you're like fulfilling some divine purpose that you set out for yourself.
I mean, maybe you should go to church every once in a while.
Frankly, I mean, like no hosier, but like I could use some church, you know.
Wow, you guys actually had like a real
Those are good answers.
answer.
What was the second part? Mids?
Oh, the second part, like
That actually affects me greatly, though.
that's crazy. Like, I don't think I've ever had such an elegant thought in my life.
As what?
Because whatever you guys just said,
Uh,
I just kind of get mad all the time. That's just what I'm just pissed.
yeah.
I get that's my except when I'm out here at home. My daily routine for my fulfillment is I just get pissed at as many things as I can.
It's exhausting, dude. I don't
It
got
is.
the time. I don't got the time to do that.
No, that's the thing. I have so much time,
That's
and I just am pissed during all of it.
I can only be pissed for like 20 minutes.
Same.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they're way closer to fulfillment than me. So I'm glad they're here to give you the answer that hopefully helps you in your.
Now let's get to the important part of this question.
So the next part of Almentier's question is, what's your favorite strain of mid? Thanks.
Reggie, baby. Give me that Reggie.
Jim's made this joke a few times, but it's true. And you know, now that I'm out here to vouch for it, I've been in LA.
The weed's too good.
The weed here is too good, and I'm not even saying it like, I'm smoking the best weed. Like,
It's bad. It's gone too
I can't even.
far. Science has gone
I
too far.
literally, I smoke this weed. I have a extreme panic attack, and I completely forgot how to read entirely. And I don't understand. Like, sometimes I just want mid.
No, I wanna. This is what I hate. So I can't smoke like weed. Like I can smoke like a little bit. I'm like a one hit guy, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
Because if I go any further than that, I'm just like, does anybody really care about me? And I'm like, no.
Automatically.
And I just start freaking out, going down these rabbit holes. I'm like, I'm just spending my time poorly. I shouldn't be playing video games. Blah 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 blah. Instead of just being like, I'm having a good time. So people do drugs to make themselves feel better. If I smoke too much weed, I'm literally just like, life is hell and you're in it.
Yeah.
And I can't do it. So I miss when I was back home and I would smoke half a joint of mid and get kinda high.
Yeah.
And it would be sick because it's the more the action of smoking is pretty nice. It was pretty dope.
I agree. I don't have a favorite strain of mid though. I don't particularly have a favorite strain of
because there's no strains of mid. There's no strains of mid. You just get that shit that comes with a bunch of seeds, and you go, "This is cool. Maybe I could plant in my backyard." And then you just be like, "That'd be funny," and then you smoke your mid.
Dude, Johnny Appleseed is hot as fuck.
I don't even know who that is.
He was Johnny Appleseed,
the guy.
I thought that was just the name that Apple used in all of their when you're filling in your name for an account. It says Johnny Appleseed. I thought it was just a name they made up. Who's Johnny Appleseed?
The guy with the apples.
Wait, are you 100% serious right now? You don't know who Johnny Appleseed is?
I swear.
Johnny Appleseed is an
Am I really?
Yeah, he's an old American mythic hero. Yeah, he traveled across the U.S. planting apple seeds in all these orchards. Nobody knows if he was an incredibly historic person. It's more just
this guy's got these apple seeds.
Is that the song?
That's the one I remember.
It sounds like something from the Bible, honestly.
It's
it does sound like the mythos of a Bible story.
Who's the guy with the big axe?
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan. It's like that. It's like Paul Bunyan. Or the dude who beat the train in a steam train.
Yeah, the guy, the digging man.
Yeah. He died at the end of the contest.
Henry the Big Hammer guy.
Henry the Big Hammer.
No, it's the same kind of feeling.
Thomas Henry? Is that it? It
Thomas.
doesn't matter. But the fact that you don't know who Johnny Appleseed is.
It's really weird.
I've never said that.
That's something you grew up. It's George Washington chopped down a cherry tree, and there's this guy named Johnny Appleseed, and he painted all these things.
I know the George Washington part. I don't know the Johnny Appleseed.
Okay, so
it's just weird myths that we have as Americans that we all cherish and love.
Well, I never claimed to be smart.
I think it's not a good thing to know. It's just weird that you don't know it.
Yeah, it's more of a weird thing. So to answer your question, our favorite strain of mid is. I'm being bullied.
Just log off, dude.
Our favorite strain of mid is Johnny Appleseed. The Johnny Appleseed. That's our favorite strain.
I don't smoke weed.
I really don't.
So Almond Tears, I don't even know if we answered either of your questions.
I think we did. I think we did a great job.
Yeah.
I stand beside us.
Can I hit the jewel?
Yes. The next question 2. This is one of my favorite questions we ever got.
Let's hear it.
It's from user Edgar Allan Ho.
Shout out Edgar Allan Ho.
It's a funny name.
What is up?
So the question from Edgar Allan Ho is, which account do I submit pod questions to?
I'm just doing the gym face right now.
This one. It got through. We got it. So keep it up.
You got the right account. Hey, but if you don't already follow Tiny Baby Man on Twitter, go ahead and do that. We're close to 1,000 followers.
The reason why we really want this to do super well is it'd be super funny if our podcast account got more followers than Max.
No, I really want to.
It would be so
Max is almost at 9K Twitter followers. The podcast is almost at 1K Twitter followers. We want to make it to where we eclipse him with the podcast account. So go follow that Twitter account. When it hits 1K, we're going to do something special. We're going to try to do something special for every milestone. We have a couple of potential sponsorship opportunities we're exploring.
Yeah.
So
we're
go ahead and
getting
follow
that
the account.
paper, baby.
Yeah, we're basically using it as a repository for jokes that we do, but then also slight promo of content. We don't really promo shit too often, to be honest.
We mostly do oh, this is a good enough joke that we all appreciate it. We'll make it together in a group chat, and then we're like, that one goes to the podcast account. So it's all of us tweeting.
Yeah.
But whenever it's somebody in your DMs, once again, that is Zane.
It's a good rule of thumb if
it's 100%. Yeah.
I've weaned away from using the podcast account to talk to women because
they assume they're talking to me.
Yeah, and it just goes way too well, and I start feeling bad about myself. You know, we have a great conversation, and I'm like, man, this is the one. And they're like, man, Jen, you're hilarious. And just like, yeah. Oh man, I think Max is asleep.
Oh, you guys done?
Oh shit.
What are you mad?
Oh, you mad?
This eclipsing me thing.
Oh, you're so mad.
I've been asleep since you said that.
The thing is, he would be so upset.
Listen, I'll look you guys in the eye right now. If the podcast account eclipses my account, I will no longer be a part of the podcast.
That would be so good. We get a third person. We're like, this is new Max 2.0.
So for
I'm fucking heated. I fell asleep. I was just like, I'm out.
So for Hanukkah, I'm getting Max a pistol with a single bullet in it, and if the podcast account gets more followers than him, he's contractually obligated to fucking shoot himself in the face on camera like Bud Dwyer.
Jesus. My God.
Dark-sided Zane.
I got the Sunday scaries. I'm not even gonna lie.
Did you guys do that dark-sided?
I didn't do that.
I did it. I was roughly 4% darker than the average person, which is like not too bad. We saw a couple people get like crazy high.
Yeah, that's what I noticed from Twitter, because like people, it's like basically this dark-sided quiz or whatever. It's like a personality quiz that goes around like all these other ones, but it shows you like how much like basically like evil tendencies or like mean, rude, bad tendencies you have to enact on other people in different categories. And what I was noticing was, I put out the link and I tweeted my score, and I was like, less dark-sided than most people was most of the thing that I got. And then a lot of people that are my followers were like 70% darker than like 90% of America. And I was like, why?
Yeah.
Because it's like the questions are like, if you could get punched one time and you know that somebody you hate would get punched 4 times, would you do it? And people are like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's not even like a cool thing to have happen.
Yeah, I don't know. And it was like one of those things, and the questions were like just all like that. They were like, do you love seeing people suffer and burn? And it's like, and I'm just like, not really.
I'm not into it.
I'm not that mad. No. I'm not that mad. I don't get mad.
There was one question that was like, if you elect a politician, if you voted against the politician that wins, would you be happy if the politician fucked up, even though it negatively impacted your community? And it was just like, who would say yes to that? Like, it's like, I'd rather be right than these babies get fed.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Dude, I feel like there's a surprising amount of people who are like that, though. Yeah. Like, legitimately.
Online.
At their core. Yeah, because if you think about it, when you take a subsection of the population that's online, they're already predisposed to being like fucking crazy.
That's why you see like, I feel like a lot of people online are like angrier. If you're really online all the time, you get all the good and you get all the bad, but most of the time our brains like latch onto the bad stuff, and like that'll affect you if you're like super online. But most of the time, like I saw like, and I looked through other people's replies and stuff like that for like Jovan, and like his followers were like, you know how mean they are.
Yeah.
They were fucking evil people. I was like,
that's scary, dude. Yeah, I don't like that.
Weirded me out.
I don't like that. Submit pod questions to any account. You're probably more likely to get seen if you do it to one of us individually, because we only really pop in and out of the podcast account. So, but we do check our DMs. So send it to one of us. Zane checks his DMs because he has so many seeds being planted at once. He was just like, "Is it any responses? Any responses? Any responses?"
It's always like, "You up, Winky?"
Yeah.
He just does it to like 40 people. I love that one tweet where it's like, I thought these would all send separately.
Yeah. It's like you put them all in a group chat.
And then that one person like bounces from the conversation. Yeah, so funny.
Okay. Edgar Allan Ho, thanks for the question. Moving on to the third question, which is from our good friend, beloved mutual, Chris. He has a new I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Iced out Omnitrix.
Iced out Omnitrix.
You know, like Bington. Ben 10.
Is that what an Omnitrix is?
Yeah, that's the thing you got.
Oh, I've been wondering what that fucking app means.
Yo, that's
Y'all are too old.
That's a sick app.
I just never watched Ben 10. I remember Ben 10.
Ben 10 was like one of those shows that, like, as a kid, I had dreams about. I loved Ben 10 because it was the idea of like becoming a super powerful alien.
Yeah.
That and Avatar.
Avatar was tight.
Oh man, there was one time I lucid dreamed as a kid and I was ang, and I just.
That sounds awesome.
It was awesome. It was like literally, I was like, "Take me back."
Yeah. Don't smile because don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Yeah, you know, right?
Chris asked us. Oh, we've gotten this question before. I think we're going to be answering this question a lot, guys.
Yeah.
He says, "Hello, Tiny Baby Men podcast. I would like advice on how to get a girlfriend. With love, Chris."
Well, I want to know, like, what is it that happens when people like look at us that makes them think that we're qualified to give them advice on how to get
like, it's one thing if you're gonna be like, how do you think of jokes, because that's what we do, is we do jokes, but why is it that
We're not girlfriend guys.
Yeah, like Jim has one, but like even then, like, you really it's just not that, it's not the avenue for this question.
I mean, I know how to get a girlfriend.
How?
You just be nice to people.
Okay, so that's off the table.
Yeah. I hate everything. How do I get a girlfriend if I hate everything?
Oh man, you're not gonna like your girlfriend then. So why do you want a girlfriend? You just gotta hate her.
You know what? I don't need a girlfriend.
That's facts. Hey, that's facts.
You don't need a girlfriend.
You do not need a girlfriend. You know, my issue with like getting a girlfriend is that every time I want to date somebody, like, they live like across some significant border, whether it be like the border between America and Canada or like a legal border.
Come the fuck on, dude. Zane.
Yo, shout out though. There's one person that I'm talking to right now. And I'm not really like talking to like too many people, but that person's chill. I'm not gonna shout them out by name, but I like them.
So he's like a nondescript compliment to anybody he is speaking to. He's like not to offend, not to commend, but I am speaking to someone.
Yeah. Zane just lost his mind. That is the most ridiculous string of words I've ever heard in my life.
First off, you go, I am speaking to several women.
Oh my god.
I know when she hears this, she'll know who it is. And she'll be like, oh, that's me.
Okay.
You know?
Hey man, Zane doesn't fuck.
Yo, I wish I was Ben 10 right now. I would fuck you up.
Chris, if you want a girlfriend, you should make more raps. You're really good at rapping.
Hearse maker.
Seriously,
we listened to that in the car,
dude. Yeah, we drove. I forget where we were going, but we listened to like your entire.
We were going to Ralph's before Zane fucked that conversation.
Yeah, I don't know your SoundCloud URL off the top of my head, but if you want to listen to Chris's music,
I can play a clip right now.
Iced out Omnitrix. Yeah, I could.
No,
we are. It's playing it right now.
Yeah.
Ayy, I still got one in the chamber, cock it, off on a rocket. Ayy, 2300 the game, swing it, I cut your block hit. Not taking your chain, I'm taking your life. Taking your main, I'm taking your wife. Better mean what you say, cause it come with a price. Ripping a day till a nigga good night. Hearse maker, put that boy in the dirt later. Ayy, polyester, put that boy in the shirt later. Ayy, skeleton, can't fix that with medicine. Ayy, he meddling, now he worse than Benjamins. Ayy.
My bitch, she heavy set. I'm from the Bay. Pin pals get better checks. She turn about mail like Letterman. Bro got a Glock in a hoodie like Belgian. Bitch, I'm from amphetamines. Top bar and tell me your boyfriend gon' threaten me. Making shit bad like 70. Fuck 12 crackers won't correct me. Yeah, what that mean? On MLK with a beam. Not me, I'm brown like him.
If this doesn't get you a girlfriend, I don't know what will.
Yeah, hey.
This podcast is 3
Hey,
dudes.
but okay, so the only issue here is not to dox or anything, but Chris is underage. So
He's a teenager.
but what I'm saying about that is like I was gonna recommend if people are single and they want to hit up Chris, but like you need to be underage, and hopefully if you're underage, you're not listening to this. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think teens can listen to our podcast.
I have no problem with teens. You know?
Oh, we know.
Icky.
Fucking terrible.
Ew,
Chris,
I don't like that.
Chris, I love you.
Love you, Chris.
Yeah.
I love you. We're gonna take a break from questions, and I'm gonna let Jim tell you guys something about himself.
Now here's a little story I like to tell.
It wasn't nothing like that first time.
It wasn't like the
Guys, fuck off. Okay, so we went out. We came back after we drank a bunch, and I fell asleep a little bit earlier than everybody. And I woke up the next morning, and I had a wet dream, which apparently means I'm a psychopath.
No, that's not what makes you a psychopath.
What?
What makes him a psychopath?
What makes you a psychopath is that you said to us that if you don't jerk off for 2 days,
2 or 3 days.
you will guaranteed have a wet dream.
I think my body's just processing things normally.
I don't think
That's
that's
a
true.
very aggressive timeline to like incur a wet dream.
You think so?
I've only ever had one wet dream in my life.
I have them all the time, obviously.
Well, yeah, and I think, I mean, on the one hand, I think that's really dope because it means like your body's just like working. You know what I mean?
I think it's like keeping me good. Yeah. It's like we gotta regulate this guy.
Yeah.
So it's like taking care of business.
I'm gonna need, like, if you guys are listening, tweet at the account and tell me if this is normal.
I think it's fine to have wet dreams every once in a while.
It's not normal.
You've never had one though.
Never hit puberty, dude.
It would take me like a full calendar year of not jerking off, probably to like induce a wet dream. You know what I mean? My body's running like something that's like in like the Arctic tundra, like the slowest possible like metabolism.
Everything is processed. The works are gummed up.
Yeah, exactly.
The works are gummed up.
I need to get this Tin Man some oil.
I can't believe this shit.
I catch like one solid nut a year, like fucking squirrel. You know, like I get one. You know.
Wait, what? You nut one time a year?
I'm not
No,
saying
he's like he gets his.
I get like one like no one nut that is just like the nut that marks that year. You know what I mean? Like there's a calendar nut. There's a red letter day nut.
This motherfucker is insane.
You make me seem a lot more normal. Don't you?
Honestly, that's like 80% of my Zane's appeal as a friend is that just in comparison, I'm stable. I'm a normal guy.
I think he's well, the thing is about wet dreams is you shouldn't be ashamed of them. I'm not. I had a dream of a beautiful person. Mm-hmm. We were engroped, passionate.
Engroped?
Passionate.
That's not a word.
That's not a word.
No, in his dream it was.
That ain't no word.
That ain't no word.
I was groping something.
Hey.
Was it your girlfriend? Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. You have sex dreams about your girlfriend. Yeah.
What a fucking really nerd.
Yeah. I have a girlfriend. Shut up.
Yeah, it's true. I'm a virgin. Yeah.
This is my favorite thing. It's like you just go like, "Oh, you guys are mad," and I go, "I have a girlfriend," and you go, "Oh man, I suck."
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing like the first time she was in my math class.
I came in my pants. It's a crazy song by J. Cole. If you want to listen to the story of how he got his first erection.
Yo, Wet Dreams by J.
Wet Dreams. It wasn't really.
I've trained him to be very scared.
I had a Pavlovian reaction there, man. I was like, I'm about to get hit.
This wet dreams thing is gonna be a thing for a while, Jim.
Yeah. Why?
Bro.
I don't think it's that crazy. I feel so normal all the time.
He's not being defensive. He's not being defensive at all.
Yeah.
Why? What do you mean?
I just don't think it's weird.
I can't wait to hear what they have to say.
Say nice things to me. That's all I ask.
Hey, if you've ever had a wet dream,
You can also just Google it, but that's not as fun.
No, I'm not gonna Google this.
Why do I nut so much?
I just don't want to question it. I just think like I think it's fine.
I mean, as
long as it's like I'm not like going. I don't think I need to go to the doctor because I'm like out of underwear or something.
Yeah, don't go to the doctor because you nut too much. He's not gonna like that.
Doctor, help! I can't stop blasting.
He's got the stethoscope on your dick.
I'm gonna shoot a ropes. I'm shooting ropes, Doc.
The fucking, you like travel international, you're at customs, they're like, is there anything you want to declare? I have wet dreams.
I be busted in my sleep. And a lot of the times,
fucking weird. If I
change environments, like if I'm on vacation, I'll have a wet dream sometimes.
So you're like a dog.
You're just so horny.
But I'm not aggressive about it.
Well, you're aggressive to your sheets, I guess. Like, you're just nutting on your bed all the time.
I think if there was a matrix...
That's another thing. Like,
if there was a matrix or a spectrum between aggressive and horny, I would be all the way horny. Jim would be somewhere in the middle, closer to horny, and you would be all the way aggressive.
I think that would be accurate.
Yeah.
I'm mad now, so...
I'm mad.
He's mad? Dick on shrimpy.
Dick on shrimpy. Oh my god, I gotta work on that. 2019, more horny, less angry.
Hey, 2019, we're growing. We're growing our cocks.
2019, we're joining the army.
2019, I heard about jelking.
Remember? Yeah, wait, you've never heard of that?
Wait, it's not even 2019 yet.
2019 jelking.
We're gonna jelk in 2019.
Oh, that's a thing we're doing?
Yeah.
Jelking kicks ass.
You guys are psychos.
Dude, you got, I mean, like...
Let's not go into this. Let's let them Google it.
Okay.
If they want to know.
Fair enough.
Somebody told me about it.
I think it was me.
Yeah, probably.
But actually, this is convenient. Speaking of wet dreams, we got question 4, which actually isn't a question. It's just a hilarious DM we got from a fan named Rachel. So it's Rachel with a T in where the T would go.
Is it just one T?
Might be 2 T's.
I think it's 2 T's. Rachel with 2 T's.
Okay, so Rachel DM'd, was it you? Was it the podcast? DM'd the podcast and said, I dreamt that you 3 showed up to a party at my house, and I went around introducing you as your telling people you were funny, but not that funny.
Accurate.
Yeah.
I accept that.
It's a solid assessment.
Yeah.
Also, I knew I was going to sleep with one of you by the end of the night, but I didn't know which one, and then I woke up before I found out who it was. That's crazy. I'm sweating.
Hey, don't fuck the guy with the sweat towel. That's my recommendation.
But I'm going to apologize because none of us were considerate enough to reply to this.
I just don't think we saw it.
I don't think we saw it, which is...
We try to respond to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't check the DMs for that because I assume somebody else is going to do it.
Yeah.
That's my...
The
bystander effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a diffusion of responsibility. We try to answer everything, but unless someone is like... Unless you, like, make it personal... yeah, that's the bystander effect. You think somebody else is going to do something. That's why when you're doing CPR, you got to, like, point at someone and be like, yo, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You got to do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I know how to do CPR.
But we never got back to Rachel, and we apologize. Prompting her to DM us again 2 days later, saying, all right, fuck you and your fucking podcast. I'm never telling you fucking assholes about my dreams again. Fuck you. That was awesome.
I think we deserve that.
Listen, we got to check our DMs more.
Did you drink my beer?
I only had... Okay.
Hey.
I only had
Sorry.
2.
Go ahead.
So Rachel, this is a group apology. Please tell us about your dreams more.
Please tell us about your dreams.
Everybody tell us about your dreams.
I don't know
I
about
don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Max is over here like, I'm the dream catcher.
You can tell me. You can DM me about.
Please, all DM. Honest to God, please DM Max about your dreams.
They can be your dreams, like your aspirations, or
No,
just
no,
like
no.
what you dreamt about last night.
What you dreamt about?
I want. It's like there was a big spider and
I'll be like, I'll always.
and it had my mom's face.
I'll always tell you, my thoughts on the dream. So.
We're gonna 10 hours after this is released, we're gonna get a text from Max that's just like, I want to kill myself.
I mean, I already send those like every 4 hours anyway, so.
We'll know what it's about this time right after that.
You're like, this bitch's dreams, bro.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yo, speaking of,
You know what? Don't do the dream thing.
DM him the dreams.
He already said he wanted it.
It's on the record that he
I want it,
wants.
so I'm gonna go get it. I need
On
it.
record that he wants the dreams. Give the man the dreams.
Speaking of fucking fandom and people interacting with our shit, someone got a tattoo of one of my posts.
Oh fuck. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
On Saturday. So
We were at the arcade.
we were at the arcade hanging out.
Hey, wait a minute. If this has video, watch. I'm gonna point my finger here, and when I edit it, when my finger's here, the the tattoo is gonna be like right there.
cover up John Michael.
Yeah. It's actually like a pretty cool tattoo.
It's sick, actually. So what happened was last weekend, somebody put me as their senior quote in their yearbook. As one of the things that I posted, and I was like super geeked out. It was awesome. Like that's the best part of doing shit like this, except for like hanging with my boys. And
One lucky night with the homies.
I'm with the homies. So like that really geeked me out. I posted it, and I was like, next step is someone getting a tattoo of a post, and I did the prayer hands, And then somebody DM'd me like 5 minutes later, and they're like, I'm gonna schedule a tattoo for Friday, and I'm gonna go get it. I was like, word? And I kind of didn't believe them halfway, and then halfway I was also like, man, maybe they shouldn't do that, because I feel like this tattoo is just going to end up being black. But they went hard with the artwork.
No,
It's
yeah,
like
the
a
design
very
of it's really cool.
tattoo.
The best part is, to me, the fact that Lil Arab is on there.
Literally, she put my display name, so like, I'm on this person's flesh for the rest of their life.
Change your display name?
Now I'm never going to change my display name. That is literally one thing. I was never gonna do it before because that's the one thing I can't change. I'm not going.
It'd be so funny if you did it though. Yeah. Not. It wouldn't be funny, but it'd be like. It'd be like.
It would be a good bit. I can't, dude. I gotta keep it real. After he does it too. No, dude. I'm cool. The Avatar crisis is over. I feel like I got my mojo back. I got my swagger back. But the display name can't change. Yo, shout out the person who got. Shout out the person who got the tattoo. I'm not gonna say their ad. I already shouted them out on the Twitter account. But that was really cool, and I appreciate it. If anybody else wants to get more tattoos of my posts, or of Jim's posts, or of Max's posts,
I really like tattoos.
we sanction it wholeheartedly. Just don't fuck your life up,
Don't do it on your. If you do it on your face, it better be one that I got like 20K.
No, if someone gets a tattoo of something about me on their face, I'm gonna go full Drake and be like, fuck that tattoo artist though. If you see this, I'm gonna fuck you up, because fuck you should lose your fucking job. Hey yo, the dog. Albus, hello my friend.
He's got people eyes.
This dog is fucking amazing.
horse.
He's just so awesome.
I will look at this.
Hey, shout out to this dog.
Shouts to this dog. This is our newest sponsor.
I will look at Albus sometimes when I'm like a little bit stoned and just have the full realization that he could like eat me.
He could. Dude, look at how big this guy is.
He's a monster. I'm not sure he's in the shot, but
He's
I'm telling you.
He's also the nicest dog of all time. Like, get up. He will.
Oh, there he is. Come on. Yeah, come on. Get up.
He's a big guy. See, look, if we just like.
Oh yeah. And he's a very friendly dog. He like loves everybody.
He's awesome. But yeah, I think that wraps it up for the questions. I think we've done enough. First video pod might go well, might not. We'll see. Either way, you're gonna watch it. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. Or you're gonna listen to it, but you don't get to see the dog if you're listening to it.
I'm so into this dog.
Yeah, he's a great dog.
All right, get out.
I've only okay. I will say this. Last thing about Albus, I've only ever seen him mount and hump somebody once, and it was Jim. Like
I did the same thing when I got to.
yeah, it was actually the first time I think I was hanging out with Jim, and he came over to my place, and Albus just like tried to fuck him.
I have an animal magnetism.
Luckily, he was unsuccessful, but
Yeah.
yeah.
You got close.
He got real close. Yeah.
I was scared.
I was scared too. I was like, yo, I'm hanging out with this dude for the first time. He's about to get fucked by this dog.
Did he not?
No, he just got a little horny, and then we kind of got him off. Yeah. Well, I didn't get him off, but like I took it. I helped him. I helped get him off, Jim.
Thanks. I appreciate that. That's why we're friends now.
Yeah, exactly. That's the story.
Well, this has been very fun. We got some very cool lights because Zane has a very awesome roommate.
Yeah.
Oh,
we want to plug that shit.
Yeah. Shout out my roommate Javier Ruiz. I'm gonna shout him out right now. So hey, Javier helps shoot on film and also commercials. He also does headshots. He's a very talented photographer. Go follow his Instagram. It's let's see here, Javi.pictures. That's JAVI.pictures. Follow the kid. Very, very talented. Just a dope ass dude.
Yeah, dude, he hooked it up. Like we just showed up at his house, which is also Zane's house, but he just
We were like, we don't have a tripod or a camera
or lights
or anything. And he was like, here we go.
So that's the man. You know, we got another week of me being in LA, so we're gonna get back to me being in LA. Thank you for watching the first video episode of Tiny Baby Men, episode 7. We're going to do one more next weekend before I leave. My name is Max, or Mag, at Never Hit Puberty. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Instagram's cool.
Yeah.
I'm hot on Instagram. Not all the time, but I'm hot.
Jim's popping.
At Your Village Idiot, I'm Jim. Also, I'm John Michael.
Yeah.
I go by both names. I know that you probably called me that a couple times during this video.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I am Zane. That's what my name is.
I will say that my name is Zane.
Little Arab, now memorialized in a tattoo, at Sweaty Harry. That's also my Instagram name now, so follow me on there too.
We have to get Instagram followers because that's the only way we can monetize.
Yeah.
That's the truth. It sucks.
Yeah.
We're working on some sponsorship stuff, but like we're like the total opposite of dudes who are like assholes about having a podcast and being like, all right, buy this. But like we're gonna.
Hey, how about this? If you make art or stickers or shirts, or it doesn't, we're not like big brand whatever, but if you make cool shit and you send us a couple like whatever, we'll wear your shirts, we'll put your stickers on some shit. Well,
That's the racist.
especially if we're friends, I would love to use this to help our friends shit go off. So
No. Yeah.
oh my god, I'm literally over here trying to be a wholesome friend and you guys are being racist.
No, we said it unless it's
Yeah, I would say I don't want to.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Okay,
but
so-
I think our friends and fans are smart enough. To
Yeah.
What I would say
There are
is
racist. There are racist people out there.
Yeah, so if you make cool shit and it's something that we can like wear or like shout you out, send it to us. We wanna help our talented friends out. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. Actually, I did have one more thing to say. I just want to say it wasn't
Nothing like that first time she was in my math class. Long hair, brown skin with the fat ass.